Greetings, I am Wham Bamton, also known as Wham Bam Duel on my other channel where I mainly make Yu-Gi-Oh content. If you're new to this side of me, I guess, this is just the channel where I make anything, and I recently hit 1,000 subscribers on my other channel, so I also wanted to make something celebratory here, but, you know, not as big, because the big thing I'm doing over on the main channel, big tournament, all that. But I recently discovered about this website where it's the whole every Pokemon is somebody's favorite whole thing. So I decided to write a review for my favorite Pokemon, Glalie. And what I kind of wanted to do is there are 143 total, including mine, as of today, May 23rd, 2026. So, what I'd like to do is, I'd like to see what my fellow Glalie heads have to say. So, starting with mine, what I wrote is, I love this angry ice ball. Everything about it brings me joy. Always been a big fan of ice types, and this guy totally takes it. The Mega is badass too. Breaking its jaw to get stronger is so metal, and it does it for you. It's cold, it's angry, it's loyal, it's metal, and Glalie, my man, rocks on. Next person. I love Glalie so much, but I've only found my love for him recently. He's objectively the best ice type. I think his best ice type Pokemon. I love his design, I love him, yeah, it's the best Pokemon ever created. I love ice types, and I think the evolution from cute Snorunt to big scary Glalie is great. It helped me beat my first Pokemon game. It's so cool and unique. I fell in love with it when I first saw it in the Oras trailer with its Mega Evolution. There's something that makes its design so cool, I love it. Glalie has been my favorite Pokemon ever since the Pokemon Omega Ruby Special Demo version. It's always had a very special place in my heart. I love the Snorunt line, but Glalie is my favorite. It's such a weird and spooky looking Pokemon. There's something very eldritch and monstrous to it that I love. It's really unique, and I'm also a big fan of Ice-type Pokemon. Because he was my first ever Pokemon card that I can remember thinking was cool. I grew up playing goalie in ice hockey in large part because I loved the aesthetic, especially the masks they wore. Glalie is this mix between a cool, tough-looking Pokemon and a hockey mask, which instantly appealed to me. He may not be the strongest, but to me, he's the best. Memories from childhood, his simplistic design. Ever since I watched the episode where Snorunt evolves in the anime, I fell in love with Glalie. It's always been my favorite Pokemon ever since. I don't know, I just like it a lot. He's the GOAT. Cool guy, I like his grin. It was the first Pokemon I liked as a little kid. Design is cool AF. Some boy. The roundness. The cute little glower. The little orny horns. Oh my gee. Little angry hockey puck, so cute. When I was 9 years old, my aunt got me a pack of Pokemon cards, and the star was a Glalie. It was my first really strong card, and it's been my favorite ever since then. He was one of my first ever Pokemon cards, and I got a full art card when I was little, and ever since he's been my favorite little ball of anger. Also one of my favorite weird designs and very fun to use in the actual games. P.S. He does need some love stat-wise. Very true. A beast. Cool design too. Since his debut in the anime as a Snorunt already makes me love him. But when he evolved, I got mesmerized by how cool it looked like, and then he always has been my favorite. As a kid, I liked skulls. I had a few shirts with skulls on them. Now I just stay loyal to the younger me and to Glalie. As a kid, my favorite deck to compete with was my Mega Glalie EX deck. He took me very far and made some of my favorite childhood memories. I remember watching the Pokemon anime and loving this little guy. Anytime he appeared, I love him so much since then. Glalie was my Glalie was my favorite out of all my tiny Pokemon figures when I was a kid. It was just something so awesome about the mean face, the spiky horn, and piercing eyes that always made Glalie stand out to me. One of the derpiest Pokemon in the Mystery Dungeon series, but I love him. I also had a toy of him when I was younger. He's a big, dumb, angry ice head demon thing. He's a weirdo of a Pokemon and I love him. I want to ride around on top of one. True. I don't know. He looks stunning and hovers in the air. Absolute cuddle type. And seems like he's alone. I'm alone, so we can be buddies. Aw. He's cool AF. Round and Ice. Glalie was my first ever Pokemon. I got it from the ORAS demo, and still have that same Glalie almost 10 years later. I never actually played the ORAS demo, because that was when I was a lot younger. Crazy to think that a demo would make people so attached to Glalie. That's pretty cool. Round cool guy. I'm not quite sure. I've always really liked Glalie just because it's Glalie. Perhaps not the strongest in battle or design, but it holds a special place in my heart just because. I have a Glalie named Shiver, both in game and real life. I have a Glalie plush lol, and he's really special to me. I love ice types. It looks like a badass ball of ice. Pokemon Ruby was my first game, and it was my most used Pokemon. Such a cutie and sick as fuck. Simply put, it looks cool and is overall fun to use. It's so cute and misunderstood. I could see putting ribbons on its horns and putting it in a Pokemon contest. I love it so much. It needs a life-size plushie, so cute. He was my first ever Pokemon EX, that card that I remember, and he is super cool with his spikes. 252 attack, Salak Berry, Glalie natural gift fighting versus 248/0 defense, Tyranitar on a critical hit, 480 minus 568, 119.1 to 140.9% guaranteed white, 1-hit KO. Glalie fan 480, nice. He is wrong and angry. It's the only time that I remember from the team I had in my first Pokemon game. Hoenn Baby plus Ash's Glalie in the anime. I remember it from the anime as a kid. It stuck with me the most. Because he's a Chad. Because he's a Chad. Alright, Luke, I see you. Because he's a Chad. He's been my favorite since I was 14. Love his simple design with his badass horns. Giant scary ball of ice. He may not be the strongest, but the big guy satisfies my love of unhinging your jaw and firing a massive laser beam. He is cool and handsome all at once. I have always loved the design of this Pokemon. My ice-type ball of madness. Round, cold, grumpy. I love its design and dex entry, and its mega is even cooler. I remember using Glalie on my uncle's GBA when I was a kid playing Emerald, so it has a special place in my heart. Throughout my life, favorite Pokemon have come and gone. Torterra, Darkrai, Onix, Torkoal. It's a symptom of having a mind like mine. Professor Redwood. But a Pokemon that's never far from the top has always been Glalie, and using Mega Glalie in ZA was an absolute treat. Love you, Blizzard. He has insane-ass aura. He looks so menacing at first, but in the anime he's just very funny and cares about their trainers. Just because it looks evil, it isn't evil just because it looks evil. I love Glalie. I especially love the shiny because bro looks high. I love Glalie in general because he's the coolest. I actually like Glalie's original design over the shiny. I'm not such a big fan of the Red Eyes Glalie. Maybe that's just the Yu-Gi-Oh! In me talking, I don't know. It has such a cool design. Just look at the little dude. After my first major surgery in first grade, my parents gifted me this card, and it's been in my wallet for 10 years. Wow. TV show GOAT. He looks stupid and shite. I love him so much. Ice types are my favorite type, and he just has aura. I think Glalie looks super cool with its horns and its skull-like face, making it look like a frost devil of some sort. This guy rules, and he's an orb, so that's awesome, and sort of an ice blast sort of guy too, and that's awesome, and I just want to ride atop Glalie and boss everyone around. Yep, them's the breaks, bub. My first shiny Pokemon has a special place in my heart. I've always had a soft spot for the goobers and the sillies, the Pokemon without that cool/cute edge, the overlooked Pokemon. Glalie, I feel, epitomizes this, getting an alternate line one generation later that's objectively better, but it's still got a flair of its own. OG Diva, always on my team, hell yeah. For my 10th birthday, I got a bunch of cheap Pokemon toys, including a Glalie, and for the last 20 years, that toy has been my constant companion. Even now, it sits on my desk. Glalie has been by my side through a lot, and I'll always treasure it. Plus, it's just a great Mon in a great Evo line. He's just a big ice baby. He was my first level 100, and Snorunt is adorable. He's like a ball made of cat. What? What more do you want? Oh, okay, I see what they mean. He's kind of cat-like. Because he's the best, for real. My agrada... Oh, this is Spanish. I don't know Spanish, but I'll still try to read this. Me agrada muchísimo y es un cabezón como yo. Spanish speakers in the audience can let me know what that means. Because he's a big ice baby. Okay, Eddie, alright. You were on the previous page, weren't you? Was that? Yeah, damn, Eddie, alright. Man really likes his Glalie. Man really likes his big ice baby. Alright. His design is peak. He's a floating head Oni covered in snow. How can you not think that's badass? Big head, awesome guy. Ash's Glalie was nuts. There was an episode of the show where a Glalie beat Ash and his friends and Team Rocket at the same time. Was awesome. My first ever Pokemon as I played the ORAS demo before anything else. Very cute with his gorgeous, sopping wet eyes and big mouth. Very cool with his ice mask and stone horns. He defeated Giratina on his own in my Legends Arceus playthrough. I give his sitting cuties plush a little kiss on the head sometimes. Alright. I lay to your ice head. He is one cool motherfucker. NA testing. Ever since Gen 3, first pure ice type. That is really cool, just won my heart. Wahoo! It's a cute goalie. I'll never forget how you carried me through the beauty contests in Lily Cove, my beloved sweet Hailstone. You grew up from Snorunt and you kept me company through the last leg of my journey, leaving me wishing that I could have spent longer with you. My cutie smiler, I love you. He's so ball and Pac-Man coded. Glalie's Team Plasma card was one of my first Pokemon cards I ever got, so I already had a special place in my heart for them. But after seeing the ORAS trailer that had Mega Glalie, I knew it. They are my favorite Pokemon. Big cold head thing so cool. Hashtag love her. He's so cool! My first level 100 Pokemon. I love you, Nightmare Ice Sphere. One of my principal memories of Pokemon is installing Pokemon Bank in my 3DS and getting one. It was my ace the entire childhood. For my entire childhood. I like his face so much. Like, it's spooky scary, but also kinda cute. He contains multitudes. He's a big floating face. I love his eyes and big ol' mouth. Glalie, my beloved, where do I even begin? I don't know why I grew so attached to you, but I did. You were my first true partner Pokemon and my first Mega Evolved. I love you very much, my little ice ball. I've simply been attached to it since I was young, and first got into Pokemon through the anime. I know it doesn't get very much merch, and is usually outshined by its cunty sister, but I still love my stupid giant Sphere, who is angry all the time. I have a shiny one named Chester from Legends Arceus. I love Ice Ball with horns. I just appreciate malevolent spheres. She carried me through the entire Elite Four and I love her. I adore ice types and this fellow is so cute and rotund and awesome. I'm basically the same height as Glalie, so maybe I am a Glalie in spirit. Maybe we are all a little Glalie. I have zero idea why. I think I saw it as a kid and thought something along the lines of a flying ice devil with horns, so cool. Loved it ever since. When I got it into Pokemon Champions, it was the first Pokemon that showed up in Random Recruit, and I think it means Glalie remembered our bond. So fucking cute. I fucking love you, man. A true all-arounder, literally. 80 in all stats, great moveset, top 1 design, crazy in duels, and it got crazy aura. It's so round and perfect. My favorite type is Ice. I like his colors, black, white, and blue eyes, and its personality in the anime was fun. Not only is it my favorite Pokemon from Gen 3, I got it as a reward from the Alpha Sapphire demo years ago. I can't find any merch that I've seen involving my boy. Ice type, menacing design, and can be used either as a physical or special attacker. Always adored ice types in any form of media. The cold, the wintry aspects, it spoke to me. Glalie being a weird, frightening little Oni had caught my eye back in Gen 3, and no Pokemon since has stuck with me like this. I run one in every team in RSE whenever I play through. Has been my favorite ever since I got a little Glalie Pokemon card in the 6th grade, and I just love this little ice head guy. He's just a cool guy. Round, cute. I love his roundness. He is a wonderful baseball with cute little horns and big teeth. The Alpha Sapphire demo was my first Pokemon after really wanting to try it, and Glalie quickly became my favorite from being the main one you catch in it. I also love me an angry ice sphere design. She was my first Pokemon. I got her in a demo version of one of the DS games. I named her Golf, and I love her. It's one of my favorites because it's a cute floating head that uses powerful ice moves. Also, the Mega form is really cool. Perfect minimal design, kind of menacing for being Snorunt related, he's a cutie. Love ice types in general, also ball. Specifically Mega Glalie, but also regular Glalie is good too. Ice Ball Friend. Giant ice ball friend shaped big smile. Regular ice ball. Become big friend. Get big smile. Happy yay. Trust trainer. Happy friend. Orb. Okay. It's cute yet dangerous yet cool. It's got that silly little guy vibe, and it might also be a JoJo reference. Listen, Frostlass is great, but look at this guy. He's an orb. He's a freezy big mischief orb. He's a cool Freddy Krueger looking guy. Round ice, scary but sweet. It's a big floating head that flies around. That's gotta be so scary if you're out walking through the snowy mountains and you look up and see it. Plus, I like how it's kind of scary and bumpy. There's a lot of smooth and cute Pokemon, so the variety is always lovely. I love my evil ice orb. I'm pretty sure I first used him in the Oras demo of all places, but because of that, I really associate him with reigniting my love for Pokemon. He is perfect, and he is an orb, and he is wonderful. He is a cute round boy I love, and I love Ice-type Pokemon. Big fun guy Doofus. I just like its design. Ice-type supremacy. Round, and something about him really captivates me. He's funny. Glalie. Nice. I 100% don't know. During my first playthrough of Alpha Sapphire, I really liked Snowrun at the time. I didn't know Frostlass was a thing, but when it evolved into such a cool Oni/hockey mask design, I didn't really care if it sucked. That was just my new friend. It solidified my love for ice types too. Wonghoff. I don't know if that's an acronym or something. John likes Glalie. I got my first Pokemon achievements with Glalie by my side, such as my first level 100 Pokemon. I caught my first shiny with it, I soloed the Elite Four for the first time with it, etc. Watched the Gen 3 anime, in which I loved Ash's Glalie, even when it first showed up as a Snowrun. Even with its trash stats and being a ZU or UU with Mega, I will never stop loving them. However, when I get a Snowrun, I always evolve it into a Glalie, and name them Henry or Daisy depending on the gender. Brydon really likes Glalie. It's super cool looking, while also looking scary. It's a rare mon to find in the games. I started on Gen 1, and it's an Ice type. Angry floating head, what's not to like? Plus, the English dub voice is classic. I'm Canadian, and he's based on a hockey goal's mask. Nuff said. Got me into playing the games. I had the demo on my 3DS and played it over and over again just to catch Glalie. Also super cool design. And the first ever person to declare Glalie their favorite on this website, L. Ice type for the win. I'd probably say my most interesting experience with Glalie is that a few years ago, I went to a Pokemon convention where, upon entering, you would say your favorite Pokemon, and they would just give you a sticker of that Pokemon. And I was the only person at that whole event who said Glalie, so when they normally ever just, hand out one sticker, for people who are like, my favorite Pokemon is Charizard, it's you get one Charizard sticker. I said Glalie, and they gave me, one of each Glalie sticker they had, because they had, one of the Mega, and then, two other variety. And so I got, 3, because I was the only person there who liked Glalie. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Glalie is my favorite Pokemon, and I'm happy to have examined my fellow Glalie heads. Till next time, I've been Wham Bampton. I'm probably going to post on this channel again when the new Deltarune chapter comes out, and I'm always happy to see you.